it really is vital. It's important to people to find that passageway from a bad time to a good time. And humor can do it. Humor can do it.
That was Tom Atkinson. I met him on a cruise ship I was working. I did my You Just Have to Laugh presentation. And I invite people afterwards to give me their thoughts or what they gleaned from it, what they got from it. So I thank you for joining Tom. I thank you, Tom, for sharing that. And I thank you for joining us back on You Just Have to Laugh Masterclass. God, I finally just got that out. Okay, the reason I'm laughing is because I know where this is going. Because Tommy had a great story. Interesting, isn't it? We all want to get from a bad time to a good time. Sometimes we even just want to get to a better time than the bad time. Humor, as Tommy said, helps us get there. He's going to tell a story now of a true story that happened with his family. And that's the beauty of You Just Have to Laugh. Real people, real problems, real funny. Really funny, but real funny from a real situation. I'll let Tom take it from here.
The matriarch of my family was my great aunt, Aunt Ruth. Aunt Ruth was a retired teacher of English. She spent many of her years living with a cousin of hers, two of the most witty, acerbic, sharp-tongued women you've ever met in your life. They were wonderful people. And they would play cards. Aunt Ruth and Cousin Mary would play cards every night. Johnny Carson would be on, TV would go off at midnight, and they'd still be playing cards. One day we finally got the call that Aunt Ruth had died. You know, all the family assembles. There's a morbid curiosity, no pun intended, about what happened. And after all the shock had worn off, Cousin Mary was telling the story, said, we were playing cards just like we always play cards. Ruth got up from the table, said she didn't feel real well, walked into the next room, sat down, and died. And then Mary said, frankly, I didn't think I really dealt her that bad a hand. And any sadness we felt about Aunt Ruth's death was gone.
You know, the beauty of that story, to me, there's so many beauties of it. The beauty of that story is it happened. And you see my shirt, seize. I believe in seizing the moment. Seize the day, carpe diem. I don't know what the Latin is for seize the moment, but humor helps us seize that moment where we're so sad, it flips it around, and then we laugh, and then we're kind of rebooted, and it gives us a better outlook at that moment of what we were so sad about and better days ahead. And Tom said it was gone. The sadness was gone. Yes, it was gone momentarily. But if you've been through grief, you know, as I know, it comes back when you least expect it. And that's the beauty of that moment. The beauty of that moment is that it happened and you laughed. And when you get sad again, when you go back to that moment, when that happened, you'll just get a chuckle. And what do people usually say? Boy, you just have to laugh. I'm not suggesting you'll never feel sad, or you should feel sad, because you and I both know when you feel sad, you miss them. Of course you miss them. But a great memory is a great memory, and that's what helps us get through it. Tommy's got another story he wants to share with you right now, and he was a little nervous about it, but Tommy, take it away.
My wife did. She probably would shoot me right now if she knew I was telling this, but we carried that through with a lot of humor to other people to keep them at ease. And I wrote a line for her that I was happy she let me use, and I even heard her use it once. She's a small woman, and when it was determined that yes, that was what she was going to do, it was a double mastectomy, it was a total makeover, she said, good attitude here. I'm getting something out of this. I'm coming back somewhere between my old self and Dolly Parton. And when people could see that that was her frame of mind, everything was fine.
Thank you, Tom Atkinson, for sharing your life and your instances where humor helped you get through a difficult time. Naster.com, that's my last name, Naster.com. If you go to the website, it'll lead you right to the podcast. And the podcast, well, we got about 565 different stories about how humor, laughter, faith, music, and helping others get you through a difficult time, getting from a bad time to a good time and a better time. Also, it gets you to the book, so You Just Have to Laugh manual. Also, it gets you to You Just Have to Love, the Meaning of Life. Also, my latest book, a suspense novel, my first suspense novel. And it's a doozy, folks, and it's a great read. Go to the website, you'll learn more about it, Naster.com. And please share these other Naster classes with people, because we just have basically one premise one intention, motivation of you just have to laugh. And I say it's we because it's everybody involved that's ever shared a story. And that's help healing the world one laugh at a time.